Um, Also, what I wanted to touch on is your attention to your physical body. Your physical body is a anchor, serves as an anchor for your soul. I mean, when we're on our spiritual journey, when we're working on ourselves and our spiritual growth and our personal growth, especially when on the spiritual aspect, we tend to forget about our physical body, especially if you're working on your abilities to be of service to others, right? And as much as we preach about, yeah, you got to take self-care, take care of yourself, you got to take some time for yourself, do this, do that. Yeah, it's very easy to forget about ourselves. It's easier to serve, and even more easier to not take care of ourselves. Even though you meditate, even though you're doing all the tools and the practices for your energetic hygiene, the physical body kind of takes the back seat. So, but we have to remember that our physical body is very important. I mean, this is what's anchoring us here in this realm. And our physical body is there's basically the foundation that is allowing us to serve as well, to be our light, to also serve others. So that's equally as important. It serves as an anchor and your foundation. And without it, we won't be in balance, right? And without the balance, we won't be in our sovereign state, in our authentic state. So remember to take care of yourself. And that, goes with the age-old, exercise, taking care of with making sure you're having enough supplements, the right kind of supplements, taking care of every, just by what you're consuming. You're eating clean 80% of the time at least. You can indulge, obviously. This is now, we're only human, right? We have to kind of have some fun with it as well, but 80% eating clean and getting that righted. Also, what I would also say is, ensuring that you're blessing your food, and making sure that our nervous system is regulated. So, and I know that me starting off in this journey, I had to regulate or work on regulating my nervous system from my past traumas and my past experiences, right? Because I grew up in a very fight or flight environment, and it carried over. And so when I started doing the work of, when I started working in the Akashic Records, when I started when I started learning about Reiki, when I started working with the angels, and also mediumship, it makes you look at yourself, and it makes you look, just what it does is it gives you that mirror to look at yourself and see, okay, this is what I need to work on, and in order for me to get better at this, I need to work on that so it can get better. And so it kind of comes along with the territory, and eventually it catches up. I push through it. Everybody works differently. Sometimes you have to do that first before you get into working with everything else, or going into anything else. I just kind of went in with 2 feet in and did it as I went along. And as I found out how I did, what worked for me, I shared that with others too. So make sure you're taking care of your physical body, because without that, you won't have the balance. And you'll essentially feel like you're spinning your wheels, or running on empty. And once you address that, the other things will enhance. The other aspects of you will enhance, and it will flow. So, all right, enough of that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Hey, Moni. I'll go ahead and start readings. So if anybody wants a reading, I can actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with a group reading, all right, for the collective, and then we'll go into individual readings. So I figured this would be a small crowd today, no big deal. So if we end early, we end early. Let's see here. So let's see. I am guided to, we'll do shamanic medicine. So this is going to be for the collective right now, and then we'll go into individual readings as I mentioned. What does the collective need to know and want to know? For the next cycle of next 30 days. Okay, it is what it is. This is a new one. I haven't seen this one in a while, and I might have to just check in with the book to make sure that and intuitively read this one and then check in with the books. This is still a new deck for me. So this is the staff, right? For this is basically okay. Funny enough, that's very validating. Foundations. So this is a card of foundations. This is a card that is reminding us that we need to, as I was talking about, to pay attention to our foundations, go back to basics, take care of ourselves right now. I feel like we're definitely being bombarded by a lot of energy and weathering a storm, as so to speak. And a lot of people are feeling this very heavily right now. And it's kind of like, it's almost as if it's the energy of cleaning house, but when it comes to our own lives and our environment, as far as like who's around us, who we're dealing with, who we're engaging with, work, any kind of relationships. So this is something that we're kind of walking through. And in order for us to be able to walk through this, we definitely have to ensure that our foundations are set, right? Taking care of yourself physically and energetically, both go hand in hand. So make sure that you are taking care of yourself. So that's the message for the collective. I'm going to go ahead and pull the next card. The next card for, in addition to that is, I don't know if you can see that. The title is Lodge, but it's also of Council. This is representative of communing with the divine, communing with your higher self, going within. So this is the message of paying attention to those messages, taking some time to commune with your guides, to commune with your higher self. Now this is literally taking time aside, not just continue to be busy and just hope that they all continue to give you the synchronicities of messages that that'll hopefully make sense to you, right? Because most times it'll make sense, right? And we'll get it. But we also have to take some time to build that relationship with our guides, because it not only serves as a rebalancing and a centering for yourself personally, physically, mentally, emotionally. It helps you with, your relationship with your guides. It strengthens it. And so you get those downloads. You slow down for a minute and they're able to communicate better with you. So the message is, build your foundation, just take care of your foundation and go within and commune with the guides. This is the time to do that. Okay. And so one more card for the collective as well is Purge. All right. And that's what's basically repeating, going back to letting go of what no longer serves you, and I feel like things are going to be being released and being let go without you even, without even having to do anything about it anyway. It's going to happen. It's happening. And also I feel like that there's a wisdom here that you will gain from that, and you'll see that higher perspective, and you'll receive the insight, you'll receive the answers for which you thought you didn't have the answer to, or perhaps you were seeking the answers, but it wasn't apparent until now. Like you'll see that, like seeing the unseen, know the unknown, so you'll get those enlightened downloads as far as like why and the what's, so. All right. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and see anybody